October 27, 2022, one of the most powerful social media platforms on Earth changed hands. Not slowly, not quietly. In a single day, Elon Musk walked into Twitter's headquarters in San Francisco carrying a bathroom sink. He posted a video of it himself. The caption, "Entering Twitter HQ, let that sink in." Within hours, the CEO was fired. The CFO was fired. The head of legal was fired. The head of safety was fired. All in one afternoon. But this didn't start that day. This started with one phone call. A phone call that Elon Musk almost didn't make. Go back to early 2022. Elon Musk had been quietly buying Twitter stock for months. Nobody knew. By March 2022, he owned more than 5% of the company. That made him the single largest individual shareholder. More than any board member. More than the founders. Then he called a Twitter board member. His name was Jack Dorsey, the man who created Twitter. What Musk said on that call was never made fully public. But what came after changed everything. Days later, Twitter offered Musk a seat on the board. He accepted. Then, 11 days later, he rejected it. And that decision flipped the entire situation upside down. To understand why this mattered, you need to understand what Twitter had become. Twitter was not just a social media app. It was the global conversation. World leaders used it. Journalists broke news on it. Protests were organized on it. Wars were discussed on it. It was the closest thing the world had to a real-time public square. But inside, Twitter was struggling. The company had not been profitable for most of its existence. It had missed growth targets for years. Advertisers were pulling back. Employees were frustrated. And the platform itself was caught in an impossible position. Too much speech and it became dangerous. Too little speech and it was accused of censorship. No matter what it did, someone was furious. Jack Dorsey, the founder, had already stepped down as CEO in November 2021. He handed the company to Parag Agrawal, a quiet engineer, careful man. What Agrawal didn't know was that a storm was already forming. After rejecting the board seat, Musk kept buying stock. He crossed 9%. He crossed the level that should have required a public filing much earlier. The SEC later investigated this. Then on April 14, 2022, Musk made a move no one expected. He made a public offer to buy the entire company. Not a rumor, not a suggestion, a formal offer. $44 billion. Twitter's board was caught off guard. They held emergency meetings. They activated what is called a poison pill, a legal defense to stop a hostile takeover. But Musk had already gone to the public. He called Twitter a threat to free speech. He said the platform was broken. He said he could fix it. Millions of people were watching, some cheering, some terrified. Pressure built fast. Big shareholders wanted to sell. The board had no easy choice. And on April 25, 2022, Twitter's board agreed to the deal. $44 billion. The sale was done on paper, but then something changed. Musk started asking questions. Very specific questions. About how many accounts on Twitter were actually real. Twitter had always claimed that fewer than 5% of its accounts were bots or fake. Musk didn't believe that. He said the number was much higher. And he said if Twitter couldn't prove the real number, he would walk away. Twitter refused to hand over full data. The two sides argued. Lawyers got involved. Then in July 2022, Musk sent a letter. He was pulling out of the deal. He accused Twitter of hiding information. Twitter sued him immediately. For weeks, the world watched a $44 billion legal battle play out in public. Musk posted memes. Twitter's lawyers filed documents. Stock prices moved with every headline. Then came the moment nobody expected. Musk reversed again. In October 2022, he told the court he would go through with the deal, at the original price. No one fully understood why. But the deadline was close. The legal situation was turning against him. And he moved. October 27, 2022, Musk took control, and immediately began something that shocked even people who supported him. Mass layoffs. Not 10%. Not 20%. Within 1 week, Twitter lost approximately 50% of its entire workforce. Thousands of people. Gone. But here is the part nobody saw coming. Many of the engineers who were laid off had been responsible for keeping the platform running. The people who managed the servers. The people who prevented crashes. The people who caught security threats before they became disasters. Inside Twitter, Engineers were reportedly told to print out their last 30 to 60 days of code in physical paper so that managers could assess if their work was real. Nobody had seen anything like it. Then Musk sent a company-wide email. He told remaining employees they had a choice. Work extremely hard, be hardcore, or take 3 months' pay and leave. A large number chose to leave. Twitter was now running on a fraction of the team it had before, and the world was waiting to see if it would break. The weeks after the takeover were chaos. Advertisers began pulling their spending. General Motors, General Mills, Pfizer, Audi, many more. Billions of dollars in ad revenue began disappearing. Then came the verification disaster. Musk introduced paid blue checkmarks. Anyone could pay $8 and get a verified badge. Within days, fake accounts impersonating politicians, celebrities, and companies flooded the platform. A fake account impersonating pharmaceutical company Eli Lilly posted that insulin was now free. Eli Lilly's real stock price dropped. The company lost market value over a tweet from a fake account. Twitter's head of trust and safety resigned. The head of privacy resigned. The head of compliance resigned. 3 resignation letters that triggered an automatic government review. Because Twitter had an agreement with the U.S. Federal Trade Commission about user data protection, the FTC began asking questions. There were reports of potential fines in the billions. Twitter was now in a legal, financial, and operational crisis, all at the same time, but somehow the platform stayed online. It shouldn't have, by many expert predictions. But it did. Musk rebranded Twitter. In July 2023, the Bluebird logo was gone. The name Twitter was gone, replaced with a single letter. The vision Musk described was an everything app, payments, messaging, news, commerce, all in one place. He called it the future. Others called it a gamble. The financial reality was hard. Twitter had been valued at $44 billion when Musk bought it. By early 2023, internal estimates placed its value closer to $20 billion. He had lost roughly half the value within months. But Musk had also done something no one had done before. He had taken over a global communication platform, alone. No co-founders. No committee. No board approval after the deal closed. One person. One decision. One phone call that started it all. Today, X remains one of the most visited websites on Earth. The debate about what it has become, and what it lost has not stopped. Some say it was broken before Musk arrived. Some say he broke what was left. What is certain is this. The way one man moved, fast, loud, and without asking permission, changed the internet forever. And it all started with a phone call most people will never hear.